So what are 4 things that I think are needed to be added in the update that is coming regarding missiles? 4 aircraft that I think would deserve to have new missiles or different stylish of missiles, and we're gonna get to it. And yeah, you tell me in the comments if I miss anything. But we start off with the J10A. I honestly think that the J10A deserves the PL8B. I honestly don't like the idea that the J10A is above the Mirage 2005E, you know, because actually I have a feeling that they are gonna add another J10 and they're gonna just leave it there. But I would love to see the J10A with the PL8B, maybe in 14.0, I don't know. Then the BR is subject to change, of course, but it is such an amazing aircraft. It is, you know, inches away from the performance of the 14.0s. You know, it really is an amazing aircraft, but the IR missiles that he has are really bad. I mean, the PL8, the normal one, for these higher tiers, it is a difficult missile to use without the IR CCM. And the PL5E2 can get kills, and don't get me wrong, it turns very well, 35 Gs and stuff, but it doesn't have a lot of energy. Remember, this comes from the older engines of AIM-9s, right? So it is very short in the range, and although it turns very well and it does have IRCCM, it's a missile that it is limited no matter what happens, right? So at the end of the day, I still believe that the J10A deserves the PL8B, even if it needs a 14.0 in BR in the game, okay? The second change that I would do is add the MiG-29 SMT with the R77-1. That aircraft is really really miserable to fly right now. Of course, they are changing the flight model with the AOA limiter off and on switch. You know, this aircraft will become another beast. You know, it will be way better than before. But even at 13.3, you know, he lacks the ability of having too many missiles. He lacks the ability of carrying good BVR missiles. The R77 can be good at very short ranges, but it's not the greatest thing ever. Fox 1s, they are problematic at these higher tiers. It's just a very difficult aircraft to fly sometimes, you know, and even if it needs a 13.7 BR, I kind of don't care, because he sees these matches, basically all matches, and these up tiers, right? And the R77-1 would actually mean that this aircraft could actually be a lot more playable, because it would be very good in the BVR, and then it would be good enough in the short range with the you know, buff in the flight model, basically, that it's receiving, right? So I don't know about the Su-27SM. I mean, maybe in the future adding the -1 to that as well, but or the Su-34, etc., right? But the SMT is the one Russian aircraft that I really think deserves the R77-1 together with the Su-30SM, even if he needs a higher BR. It's just really difficult to fly this thing right now. It's just really hard. The third one is the AIM-120C5. Yes, the AIM-120C5 might be needed, but before we actually add that missile, I would suggest Gaijin to wait to see what the statistics are for the R77-1. If the R77-1 is indeed OP or too good or anything like that, then yes, add the AIM-120C5 on the very least for the 14.0s. So that means the Eurofighters, it means the F-14, the F-15Es, you know, stuff like that. Maybe the F-18C late, you know, aircraft like that that are in the highest of the highest ranks, to be able to compete with the R77-1, right? I don't think that's gonna be the case. I still believe that maybe more aircraft deserves the R77-1, and together with that, more aircraft would have the AIM-120C5. But at the end of the day, I don't believe the R77-1 would be that OP, because it's just one aircraft using it. So the statistics are going to be, you know, it's not gonna break the game because of that. So it's gonna be one of those things. Oh, this aircraft is better at BVR, and that's kind of it, because it's just one aircraft. If everybody receives R77-1s, it's a completely different story, right? So that's only my opinion. I would still consider it after checking out the statistics of the R77-1 to add the AIM-120C5 to the game. And the fourth one, and the last one actually that I wanted to talk about, is one that I've been saying for a very long time, guys, and it is the R-77 and the R-73 for the Yak-141. In my opinion, just it doesn't make sense that this aircraft doesn't have these missiles. Of course, you would receive a new BR, 13.0 on the very least, but probably 13.3. It is an aircraft that, yes, there are, you know, controversy behind this aircraft that it wasn't really put into production. It was almost into production. It was accepted into into production, but it never saw full service or anything like that. And yeah, okay. But at the end of the day, this aircraft was not meant to be firing early 80 missiles, you know, 80s or mid 80s or whatever. You know, although the R-27ER is more of a late 80s, you know, missile, but still, you get the idea, right? The R-60Ms, R-27s, these aircraft was made to be the VTOL of those, you know, Kiev-class carriers that will, or cruiser carriers or whatever you want to call it, that would carry basically almost 4+ generation stuff, right? So it uses the Zook radar. It has the ability of being very good in the performance, and of course it would carry the R-77 and R-73. I think it's kind of crazy that this thing is 12.7. He can face 11.7s with the performance that he has, and it should just be facing 4th generations all the time with the proper missile. So get this thing at 13.3 BR, R-77s and R-73s, and make it what the aircraft was meant to be if it was ever entered in service like it is in the game. Okay, guys? But basically, this is it. This is my opinion on it, of course. Let me know in the comments yours, and I see you guys on the next one. So make sure to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and bye, guys. See you.